So let's talk about new Tacoma inventory levels, availability, and pricing. You know, when this truck was first announced or first started to show up, of course, it was in short supply, right? And if you wanted one, you got to pay for it in the form of dealer add-ons or market adjustments. Now, they also added accessories and things to kind of jack up the price a little bit. In case you didn't know, dealers on accessories make anywhere from 200 to 400% profit. So they are huge profit centers for dealerships. So if they weren't adding on market adjustments, they were adding on aftermarket options like window tint, paint protection, cloth protection on the inside, extended warranties. Don't even get me started on that. I am not a proponent of extended warranties. They're a huge moneymaker for dealerships and a big waste of money for the consumer, in my opinion. Unless, of course, you get lucky. If you call it lucky, you buy one, something major goes wrong, and the extended warranty covers it. Just not my thing. So, what are we seeing out there as far as inventory goes? You know, even though I have the new Tacoma, I still check dealer websites and stuff to see what's coming in, what's available, that kind of stuff. And I am seeing more stock, I guess, available out there in the real world now. And a lot of people will say, well, that's because people aren't buying them, because nobody likes the new Tacoma. There's no love for it, right? I disagree. It's because Toyota is catching up with demand, or at least with market requirements for the new Tacoma. They're actually starting to put a little inventory on the lots. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to walk down rows and rows of Tacomas. I'm not seeing that. And it also doesn't mean that you're going to have huge selection when it comes to different trim levels. It seems to me that Toyota is primarily putting out SR5s, SRs, and a sprinkling of TRDs out there. I haven't seen any limited, of course, no TRD Pros or Trail Hunters yet because they're not available yet, but SR5s, SRs, and a sprinkling of TRDs. Color-wise, well, you'll have a lot of choices. You know, you've got black, silver, white, and gray. The gray is the best. The new underground color, I actually like that color. Now, black, white, silver, they put those out because I guess they're more middle of the road and they kind of appeal to more people. I understand why they do it, but if you like different colors, more vibrant colors like I do, like the supersonic red that we're in right now, it can be a little bit disappointing. Pricing. We got to talk about pricing because pricing, it's first of all, it's a huge problem in the Toyota genre, I guess. They socked it to us with pricing. There's no arguing that. They are a lot more money now, and the debate goes on as to whether or not they're actually worth it. To me, they are. The things that we lost were more than made up for in what we gained. And what we gained in the form of a quicker, better accelerating engine matched with an 8-speed transmission that is perfect. I mean, it is seamless to me. And I would certainly think that for anybody out there who was complaining about the transmission, gear hunting, rough shifting, never going into the right gears, that would be gone now. And I would expect those folks to be a part of the initial crew that ran out and bought the first Tacomas, because hatred of the old transmission in the Tacoma was running rampant. You couldn't hardly post a video without somebody commenting on that. They've solved that problem, and I think it's awesome now. As far as pricing goes, we still obviously have a more expensive Tacoma. I have seen the market adjustments go away, and even at dealerships that advertise market adjustments, they're willing or maybe have to remove them because people, I think, are finally realizing they don't have to pay those, right? That is a negotiable part of buying in the Tacoma. Now, buying below sticker, below MSRP. I got a pretty good deal on my truck. But I think as a general rule, we're still at the area where you're going to pay at least MSRP, still due to demand. Even though I've seen inventory increasing, it still seems to me that you're going to be right around MSRP. Now, does that mean you can't go below it? Yeah, you kind of can. You need to negotiate, maybe 500, $1,000, whatever it is. You don't have to pay full price for the new Tacoma. And I would say that if you're sitting at a dealership that won't budge, that won't deal with you, then you're at the wrong dealership. You need to go somewhere else. I had looked around in my area. There are several dealerships, and while it wasn't a matter of pricing for me, it was a matter of selection. My usual dealer, I guess, just wasn't getting any inventory in, so I went somewhere else. But you have to be willing to do that. If the truck you want is sitting at a dealership that you don't deal with normally, so what? It's like going to different grocery stores to get the food that you like, right? You go to the one that's going to give you what you want. Now, lastly, the mentality, I got to talk about that, about the new Tacoma, because frankly, at least from what I've seen on my own channel and forums and Instagram and Facebook, everywhere, people have been very negative about the new Tacoma, particularly about the engine, the 4-cylinder turbo, the unknown as far as quality goes. A lot of people are concerned that this truck is not going to last. And it's a valid concern. It's a brand new redesign. It's untested in the consumer market. Even though the engine is used in other models, it's not been used in the Toyota Tacoma as a truck or as a truck application. So, do we know how it's going to last? No, we don't know that. And we're not going to know that for probably a couple of years until folks out there put a lot of miles on the truck and see how it goes. But I will say, initially for me, and I'm a person that trades off every 1, 2, 3 years anyway, although I'm not doing that with this truck. We'll get more into that in a different video. So it didn't make that big of a difference to me. I wasn't going to have the truck beyond the warranty period anyway. So if there were issues with it, the worst case for me would be having to spend a lot of time sitting at the dealership, right? I think so far it's been fantastic. As I mentioned earlier, I love the acceleration, the power of this truck. I think Toyota did a fantastic job, and I think it is going to be a winner for them once people warm up to it. The mentality of people seems to be changing. I've had several people tell me on the channel that they have bought the new Tacoma. These were people that were complaining about it, how it wasn't going to last, all these concerns about reliability and quality and all of that. And then come to find out they've warmed up to it and they've actually bought the new truck. I think that's fantastic. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know. Have your views changed on the new Toyota Tacoma at all? Are you one of those folks out there that maybe initially didn't like it and now you own one? I'd be just curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.